We have such a fun question next up, and I'm going to just be reading this question and also showing you guys what's happening here. It's all about the Rand show. A family is busy following a family is visiting the Rand show. So the Rand show is an annual event held in Gauteng. The Abraham of 2 adults, 45 and 48, 2 children, 4 and 14, and a grandmother aged 76. So we can see it's a family of 5, and they're planning to visit the Rand show. And it says to us, the table below shows the duration and ticket price 2017 Rand show. Duration of the ticket prices 2017 Rand show. So we're given all of this information over here, and it tells the thing that we need to take note of here is that these prices are exclusive of VAT. Anytime you hear the word it means that VAT has not been included in there. It means that somewhere along the way you're going to be asked to include your VAT. So please pay close attention whenever you are asked something of that nature. VAT exclusive means that the VAT has not been added already. VAT inclusive means that the VAT has been added into the money already. So we can see here that the adults age 17 to 64 are going to be paying 150. Pensioners older, 50 Rand. Teens between 13 and 60 Rand. Children aged between 6 and 12 are paying 12 Rand. And children under 6 get in for free Friday the 14th to Sunday the 23rd from all the way up to 7 o'clock daily. So we times put in there, and it's telling us from the 18th Friday to the 23rd, and then it's got a nice little discount happening down here, and it says from the 18th to 20th a 50% discount. Please analyze whatever it is that you are given before you go to your questions, because sometimes questions, and if you're rushing to the questions and then going to analyze, it might give you a bit of a hassle. Sometimes it might work for you to first read the questions, then go analyze and say maybe these are where the answers are. But make sure that you are analyzing correctly, because if you're not analyzing correctly, you're going to end up answering the wrong thing, obviously. So if we go down, the first question says to us, use the information above to answer the questions that follow. Calculate the total number of hours the Rand show will be open to visitors for the full duration of the show. So we're going to use this information for us to know the total number of hours that it is open. So that is number one. And number one there, the way that we're going to do it is that we're going to use subtraction, which is 1900 hours minus 9. Yes, this is exactly how you subtract time. So you're starting from the back, the way you would do your normal subtraction. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 9 minus 9 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. So it means, therefore, 10 hours. That is how I would do it. But if you have another way of doing, by all means, go ahead and do it. Make sure that you are getting all your marks for it. This one is out of 3 marks, so you can see that a calculation needs to be done. And this is very important, because sometimes people would go and calculate it with their fingers and 1, 2, 3, 4, and in them doing their 1, 2, 3, 4s, they then lose the marks. They give just the answer. You can't get 3 marks for just the answer. Please be super, super, super careful about that. Question number 2 says, calculate the amount of VAT payable on a teen's ticket. There's a little caution that I'm going to put towards this question. VAT in this particular question, let's go up. I want to show you. VAT in this particular question is given as 14% there. We've got our 14%. That's VAT. VAT is given as 14%. However, don't cram it as 14% and then want to use it forever and ever and ever as 14%. No, be careful. VAT of late, in the latest question papers, has become 15%. So be super, super careful what you are using your VAT as. If your VAT is 15%, use it as 15%. If it's given as 14%, use it as 14%. You don't want to lose marks because of assumptions. Okay, let's go down. And we want it for the teen. And here it says to us, teen's ticket. This is the teen's ticket. So we want to know how much VAT will be on the teen's ticket, on a teen's ticket. So it's 50 Rand and 14% of 50 Rand. So that's 50 times 14%. 50 times 14%. That is 7 Rand. So it means that the VAT would be 7 Rand. And just a quick brief on VAT. If I go to wherever and I buy items and my items maybe said 50 Rand, or I go to Gold Reef and they say to me, I mean, the ranch, and they say to me, 50 Rand, and then in the end I'm paying more than 50 Rand, it's because my VAT was not already included. So it means that for the teen, I would be paying 47 Rand, as opposed to me paying that 50 Rand, I mean 57 Rand. Okay, so the VAT here is going to be the 7 Rand. The next question says to us, determine the probability in simplified form of randomly selecting a Friday visit to the Rand show. So we need to determine the probability of randomly selecting a Friday visit to the Rand show. And the way that we would do it is that we know that the show is from the 14th to the 23rd. That one has me thinking a little bit. So that is our third question. Firstly, we would want to know, so they're saying to us the probability. So the show starts on a Friday, which is the 14th of April, and it ends on a Sunday, which is the 23rd of April. So I want to find out how many Fridays are in between the 14th of April to the 23rd of April. I want to know how many Fridays. I'm already thinking in my head how I'm going to do this one. So I need to count. So I know that I've got Friday, Monday, sorry. Those are my days of the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'm now just looking at what the dates would be over there. And I mean, this is how I would do it, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Do you see what I just did? I just created my own little calendar over there. And it's some of the things that I say to you guys, please don't be shy about these things. It's not like if you're busy creating your own little calendar, someone's going to be looking over you. You're not supposed to be looking at your neighbor in any case. I've created my own little calendar, and now I can go and calculate the probability. Probability. It's important for you to know the keywords. Why is it important for you to know the definition of words in maths literacy? So that you can know what you're calculating. You cannot calculate something when you do not know what it is. If I don't know what probability is, I won't know what I'm calculating. Probability is the chance of something happening. What is the chance of me going on a Friday? What is the chance of me picking a Friday? So what do? I go look for all my Fridays. I've got 1 Friday and 2 Fridays. So I've got 2 Fridays. And out of the 2 Fridays, I've got, let me go and try and use a different color. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 days. These 10 days become my denominator. And then my numerator becomes the number of Fridays, which is 2. So my probability is 2 out of 10. But I need to make super, super sure that I am answering my question. My question says, determine the probability in simplified form of randomly selecting a Friday visit to the rancho. So 2 out of 10. Okay, this looks a little funky. Let me fix my little fraction over there. 2 out of 10 is not a simplified fraction, guys. How do I know it's not a simplified fraction? Because 2 can go into itself without leaving a remainder, and 2 can still go into 10 without leaving a remainder. So I look for a number that is going to go into both without leaving a remainder. So I divide that by 2. I divide that by 2, which gives me 1 over 5. There isn't any other number that I can use. A way to cheat this. I'm going to show you a way to cheat. Well, it's not really cheating because you already have your calculator with you. You can go to your calculator, thank me later, and say 2 over 10 and say equals. Can you see? It gives you, the calculator actually goes and it gives you the simplified form without you sweating too much. And I mean, like what I'm saying, it's not really cheating, but it's cheating, but it's not cheating. So this would then be our simplified. So it means that you would be getting a mark for that, and you would also be getting a mark for also simplifying it. The next question says to us, the family visited the rancho on the 23rd of April. Mrs. Abraham stated that if the family had visited the rancho on the 20th of April instead of the 23rd, they would have saved more than 35% on the total cost of the ticket. This is a nice big one, and it's out of 9 marks. So let's go in and get our marks. So now Mrs. Abraham is giving a claim, and we need to prove whether her claim is true or not. Don't be scared if your claim is not the same as hers. You know, sometimes you could be really scared and think, oh my gosh, the claim is not like hers, it means it's wrong. No, if your claim is different to hers, be confident and say, therefore, Mrs. Abraham's was incorrect. Okay, and you get a mark for saying that. Let's work this 9 marks. Let's go in and kill this 9 marks. So she is claiming, she's saying that they would have saved more than 35%. And remember, that's because we are given a discount. Let me show you the, which is why I said always try to analyze. So it says to us here, 15th of April, which is here, to the 20th of adults and pensioners receive a 50% discount. And we've got 1 pensioner. So the 50% discount, adults and pensioners that receive a 50% discount. So adult, for the adult ticket is 150 Rand, and we've got 2 adults times 2 is 300 Rand. And with the 50% discount, which is half, it means that they would be paying 150 Rand, sorry. And then the pensioner is 1, and it's 50 Rand for the pensioner. Sorry about that, adults. And then for pensioners, it would then be 50% would be 25 Rand. So we know that the total for the adults would be 150, and then we would be paying that much for the pensioner. Let's go and add 150 Rand for adults plus 25 Rand. And then let's go look for the teens. The teens, we've got 1 teen because we've got a 14-year-old, and then we've got 1 person there who is So the teen would pay 50 Rand, and then it would be 50 Rand plus 20 Rand. 50 Rand plus 20 Rand. So we want to see if Miss Abrahams is giving us the real deal over here. 150 plus 25 plus 50 plus the 20, which gives us 245. Remember, this is 9 marks. Remember, this is 9 marks. So we want to kill this question. Okay. Okay, 245. Let's see how much they would have paid initially. We want to see how much they would have paid initially. So this is how much, but we must calculate with VAT. Don't forget the VAT, guys. So the amount with the VAT would be 245 times 14%, which would give us 34 Rand and 30 cents. So 34 Rand and 30 cents. 4 Rand and 30 cents. And some people would want to put all of this in one bracket. And I mean, you can do that, but I like doing it step for step so that people are not confused with what I'm doing. 245, which then gives us 279 and 30 cents. 279 and 30 cents. So now we've got the amount with the discounts. I've calculated the amount with the discounts. Now I need to calculate the full amount that they would have paid without the discount. We're still busy with our 9 marks, fetching our 9 marks. So initially, they would have paid, let's make this a different color. And I'm going to just write there, initially. I think that's correct. They would have paid 300 Rand for the adults, plus 50 Rand for the pensioner, plus 50 Rand for the teen, plus 20 Rand. I think it's 20 Rand. Yes, plus 20 Rand for the child that is 6 years old. That's initially. So if I go and I calculate all of that, that's going to be 100. It's going to be 420. Now I want to add my VAT. Let me show you a little thing that people do. Plus 14% of 420. That's the shorter way to do it, guys. And I mean, if you do it like that and you are confident of your methods, go ahead, you know. Some people are not that confident, which is a bit, so 14% percentage 420 close bracket, which would then give us 478.80 cents. Now we've got the initial amount, which is 480 cents. That's how much they would have paid. I mean, that's how much they did pay because in the discount. And then now Mrs. Abrahams is the people and she's saying, listen here, guys, this is how much we would have paid. Actually gone into the rand show with the days of the discount. So let's go see if it's really true that they would have saved that much. So we would use this 200 against this. So that would tell us in terms of percentage what we had to do. I'm going to use the percentage increase formula to so percentage increase formula says to us final minus initial all over initial times 100. So we know it's 478.80, the amount that we got up there, which is 279.30, 200.30. We're gathering all our marks here, guys. All over 478, oh, sorry, all over the smaller amount, which is 200 and, sorry about that, 207.30 times 100. Times 100 should be over here, okay? So just be careful with that. Let's go and put it into if the claim that was made is correct. So 478.80 minus 279.30, 279.30 times 100. Oh, wow. This is how much it was increased by. The increase was 71.43. 71.43. How much they would have paid. So therefore, I would then say 100% minus 71.43%. And I'm really interested in how you guys would do it if you were doing it in your own way. So that's 100 minus answer, which is 28.57. 28.57%. So don't be shy. Her allegation, not allegation, but her claim was that they would have saved more than 35% on the tickets. It's not true. Therefore, her claim is incorrect. Do not be scared to say that her claim was incorrect. Never, ever, ever be scared to just point that out and say, listen, this claim is incorrect, because you will get a mark for that. You get marks for that. So whenever we're given a question of this depth, you will go in, gun in for all your marks, write in. And if you are panicking about a question, don't be scared to skip and go to the next question and then come back to it. It's going to help you in terms of that.